Hello and greetings to you all. Today I'm going to go a slightly different route 'cause I've been starting with these haikus today, but today I really want to look at healing social media. Oh my God, isn't it just dreadful lately? I mean, I've done an example this morning, went on Facebook, and I just thought, as an experiment, I'm going to scroll down for the first 10 posts and just see how I would gauge the toxicity of each one I saw. And I kid you not, five were just like the same old vitriol of kind of like really kind of like having a pop, having a dig, or whatever way you want to look at it. I mean, when did we all become these trolls on Facebook or whatever? I mean, don't get me wrong, of course we vent our spleen and stuff, but lately it just seemed off the chart, and I'm trying to think like, what's going on here? Why are all these things happening? And a lot of it is incitement, for want of a better word, of getting stereotypical tropes, for want of a better word, and kind of like pressing a button to get us to react. And people are very good at it. I mean, let's not kid ourselves. The people that are doing this are crafting exactly what they're doing, and they're getting a rise. And a lot of the stuff is just rubbish. It's fake. You can obviously see it's fake, and people are buying into it. And I'll just, as a bit of a laugh, shall I just invent a post right now? Um, so let's imagine you're a Londoner. I'm a Cockney. I'm from London. Called spiritual Cockney after all. And imagine I put a meme up or a little post of a bus and all these gentlemen with flat caps coming on with, and I'll put something like, all these bloody northerners coming down here nicking our jobs. And straight away, I can guarantee that in a crazy world, people would probably be saying, "You're damn right, Gaz. They are flipping coming down here nicking our bloody jobs." The problem northerners is, I just think, oh, what did I do? But in the interests of fairness and equality, let's swap that around because you can't just have one side of the coin because I've probably just offended everyone up in Yorkshire. So let's equalise that and go and offend everybody in the south of the country as well. So imagine you're in Yorkshire or whatever, and you can put a post up of the moors of the house and put up all these flipping soft flipping southerners coming up here with their flipping money stealing our bloody land. It ain't flipping on, you know. And you can see how that people would probably react to that. Say, flipping right, yeah, Gary, they're right. All these blooming cockneys coming up here, nicking our flipping land, having their holiday homes or whatever, making the price of everything go up. They got all the flipping money. They can bloody well stay down there. We don't want you. But you can see how the toxicity could be stirred, and this is going on more and more. And I'm thinking to myself, guys, we've got to heal the hurts here. Seriously, it's nonsense. It really is. I like to let us step back a little bit. And what cracks me up is a lot of these, my spiritual community, for want of a better word, are the ones banging the door. I think, like, what are you doing? What have you been taught? I mean, it's all just gone out the window. But I understand it, because we are being triggered. We are being pressed. So my answer, not just to the spiritual community, to everybody, if you start banging away on your keyboard and finding stuff again, yeah, that's right. I just want you to just pause and think, hold on a minute. Am I being played? Am I being made a mug of here? Because when you really look deep to what's going on, and you can kind of think yourself like, something don't sit right here. Yet here I am getting angry about something that I know if I actually look into it, it's probably fake anyway. But it's like I say, these people play on an old trope. They keep pressing that enter button, and they are literally behind you. Just imagine they're behind you, very clever, probably typing all these little comments and quotes to get you agitated. So stop playing the game. Stop playing their game. Play your game. Play the game of love and light and joviality. So here's my little challenge for you, and put it down in the comments if you're up for it. If you're up for trying to brighten the place up, start putting some nice posts up. It's like when you put the news on, isn't it? It's all flipping gloom and doom. don't get me wrong. Of course, we know stuff goes on in this world that gets us down, and I'm not sort of like putting on the old rose-tinted glass and saying this don't happen. But you're not telling me there's some good stuff, good news out there as well. It all just gets squashed, doesn't it? Squished into some tiny little thing. I always remember people of around my age, maybe a bit younger, remember the old news at 10 that used to come on. Like 10:30, right at the last minute, you would get a tiny little snippet. And finally, that was their good news for the day. Everything else was the end of the world, people blowing each other up, there's economic crisis and God knows what else. All these riots and everything would be filling up all the news. And this tiny little smidgen at the bottom, tiny little bit of about a minute long, would be like a fun, light-hearted story. Why can't we have more of that? Why can't we start going on social media like Facebook and everything else, and when you see a negative comment, make it your mission to put two or three positive ones up? I don't care what it can be. It could be a mother holding a child. It could be a rose or something. It could just be something nice, as opposed to all this vitriol and rubbish. I mean, I could be a troll. I reckon I could do that easy. I just prove that when I put that silly example up at the start of this video to prove how easy it's easy to go down that road. I mean, and I can get very creative. Don't forget, I'm a creative writer. If you were to, and I've done sort of like horror stories that will literally have you cowering behind your Raise your eyes. You don't believe me? I've got a book. It's if just look up Shadow Fruit by Gary, by yours truly here, by Gary here, and I can trust you, me. When you get to the end, your eyes will be flipping hiding behind the screen because I've got on full paranormal horror. But I don't tend to do that these days. But these are the things we can do, and so there are ways that we can trigger you. But let's not do that. Let's go. Let's not be part of some grand sort of like multimedia mogul's empire who's pressing our buttons knowing exactly what they're doing to get you to react to play their game. Let's not do it. Let's instead rebel, come to the light and heartness within ourselves, and start posting some good stuff. And when you find yourself all ready to hit the enter button on a post that really doesn't serve you, think twice. Think twice, step back and thinking like, hold on, why am I feeling this anger? Why am I feeling this rage? Because here is the nub. This is quite controversial to some of you. If you're getting affected by something, it's triggering something in you. There's a mirror in you somewhere that's being pressed. And we remember, if we go to the real spiritual aspect here, because this is after all a spiritual post, we are all from one. So when you're getting angry or sort of like pressed about somebody else or some other thing, you're getting angry at yourself. It's like punching yourself in the face. Why would you do that? It's crazy, isn't it? Um, that is obviously my belief. That's my outtake. I'm no doubt there are people that completely disagree. That's fair play to you, and I'm not here to say you must think this way or that way. That's not what this is about. What this is all about is putting some beautiful light and joy in the world as opposed to all the dark matter. I can tell you now, we have, of course, the dark matter does exist. I'm not going to deny that. But it's down to us, isn't it, surely, to promote the good stuff, promote the love, the light. But then I guess maybe we just like wallowing in misery. Maybe we don't want that good stuff around us. We want all the mayhem. We want to watch the news or we want to look at all these Facebook things and get angry, get depressed, and cause all division and sort of like rancor with within ourselves and society. And when you're feeling that, just remember, it's not you. You are all an aspect of pure unconditional love. That's what we come out down here for. When we're incarnated, that's what we are. But as we grow older, we get things happen to us. We get sort of like indoctrinated into systems. Other people start badgering us, and it's like that little tiny spark of light can get covered in all the dark and all the clouds and everything else. So little things like I suggested, just putting up a few positive posts each day, maybe, just maybe, we can bring in a bit of daylight onto this flipping social media. Let's detoxify the digital age, eh? Sure, who's up for that? Like I say, put it in the comments if you're up, if you're with me. Totally understand if you're thinking, no, I've got to vent my spleen. Fair play to you, it's just carry on. But we can change it. We can change with simple acts of kindness make a huge difference. And we can purify and heal social media, and who knows, maybe even social division. Well, that is a big ask, isn't it? But we can aspire and hope and just do our little bit. Just remember, doing your little bit, little bits here and there. It's like going on with your blooming sponge and a squeegee and cleaning away the rubbish. And if enough of us do it, well, who knows what we can achieve. Anyway, that's my little message for today. Get out there, get cleaning up social media, and I apologise now for any people from the north I've upset and the south, but hey, it's all in fun. Much love to you all. Let's go out there and clean up that living internet. Bye bye for now.